that.
Motion to adjourn?
Yeah.
Second.
Yeah.
Welcome all to August 1st Wilton Town Board meeting. I'd like to start with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Sorry, Rick.
Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Would you do the roll call?
Supervisor Lance.
Here.
Deputy Supervisor McCaffrey.
Here.
Councilman Bogartis.
Here.
Councilwoman Colligan. Here. Councilman O'Connor.
Here.
Thank you. Has anybody signed up to speak?
No, it's empty. We're ready. We're almost ready to adjourn. Keep it down. Make a motion to approve.
Somebody want to approve last month's minutes?
Make a motion to approve. I'll second.
All in favor? Opposed? Carried. Surrender Day resolution, that's something through the county they're doing.
Where's our speed reader?
250th,
Do you want me to read it?
if you want to.
Sure. Whereas on October 17, 1777, British General John Burgoyne surrendered his sword to Patriot General Horatio Gates, marking the first time in history that a British army ever surrendered. And whereas this historic moment, known as the turning point of the Revolutionary War, happened in Saratoga County and saved the Americans' war for independence. And whereas we wish to honor the heroic patriots of the past and the generations of Saratoga County public and private citizens who secured and commemorated the turning point victory. And whereas Saratoga County will commemorate the 250th anniversary of the battles of Saratoga and Turning Point victory in 2027. And whereas October 17th has been celebrated in communities surrounding the sword surrender site as Surrender Day for more than 100 years. And whereas we wish to elevate this commemoration to a countywide holiday to commemorate the battles of Saratoga, the siege of the British Army, and its ultimate surrender to the Patriot Army. And whereas a commemoration as such will facilitate the appropriate deference to the substantial impact the victory had on the founding of the United States of America and the future prosperity and manner for which citizens in the public and private sectors may honor its legacy for generations. And whereas the adoption of such holiday in public communities across the region in appreciation of the Saratoga campaign and its heritage will promote regional pride and tourism. And whereas we encourage the countywide recognition of Surrender Day by providing any town, village, or city that adopts October 17th as an official holiday to be known as an affiliated community partner of America's Turning Point. Now therefore be it resolved that this town board of Wilton proudly proclaims October 17th, 2024 as Surrender Day in Saratoga County in recognition of the turning point of the Revolutionary War, which happened in Saratoga County and saved the Americans' war for independence.
We need a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the resolution.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carried. 7 Sorrow Lane. You want to talk about it, Johnny?
I was just speaking to the owner. Councilman Bogartis went over there, what was it, 2 days?
Yesterday.
Wasn't much done. I spoke to her earlier tonight, and I didn't go tonight to look. She's saying that she's put a lot of stuff in there tonight, or maybe from last night to tonight. I'm not sure. I'm not sure where to go from here.
She said she's got a helper.
They did get the van out of there. The trailer's been there about a week. We did have some rain, there's no doubt. There was I think we did have some storm damage too, so I mean, I hate to ask for another 30 days, but...
She said she had a helper now?
She does have a helper. I did tell her that, it comes right down to it, I need the trailer to be filled and utilized and I don't care how many times she fills it, and if I have to go over there and fill it myself, I'll do it. But I need her permission to actually load it. I know it's been going on for a long time. It's been an issue in this town for quite a while. And I'm not making excuses for anyone, but I don't like to...
If we give you another 30 days tonight, this will be the last time.
So that's clearly understood, the final 30 days.
This is
30
the
days from today.
final.
If it's not 100% clean.
It's been 12 years.
That's it.
What's 30 days?
That's right, you got
It's
it.
been 12 years. What's 30 days? I'm sorry, this is very passionate. I was involved, directly and intimately involved in a fire in Boston Spa where a lady died in her house because she was a hoarder. She couldn't get out. I risk myself and many
And
firefighters.
firemen do get killed in those quarter houses.
We risked ourselves going in looking for
I've
her.
been trapped in them before myself.
I
on
got
Alden
stuck in
Road.
debris that was 3 feet deep. I took pictures of your place yesterday. The roof is collapsing, the ceiling's collapsing on the inside. All right, I got pictures where the ceiling's hanging down. All right. We have to go in there. Even though someone says that building is unoccupied, it's not unoccupied until the fire department goes in there and says it's unoccupied, nobody's trapped. The firefighters that I was working with on the fire in Boston Spa got tangled up in a lot of stuff that collapsed on them and everything. It was a very high-risk situation for everybody to find out, and the lady perished in the fire. But we jeopardized a lot of firefighters trying to go in there and get her out. I know you don't live
But you
there.
knew somebody was in that house.
I know you don't live there, but someone's gonna get hurt on my fire department side trying to put that fire out. And I'm sorry, this has been 12 years going on. I went over there yesterday, you had made no progress. So the day that we're gonna make our vote, you go over and just do something. I'm sorry, I can't accept that.
No, I've been there.
Yeah, but nothing's been in that dump trailer.
Oh, that, because I've been taking it.
You're moving it from here to here.
Do you have-
I noticed the
Do you
stuff is
have
moved.
receipts from the dump this month that we asked for?
We asked
We've
last
asked
month.
for them the last 2 months.
For
That you
receipts.
show us receipts.
No, because now I'm using the trailer.
But there's nothing in the trailer as of last night at 4:30, I took pictures. There was nothing in the
I
trailer.
was there after that last night, and I was there
Right,
today.
because you knew you were coming. I'm sorry.
And I had somebody else that came with me.
I'm sorry. I'm not a hard ass. I usually love my community, but I also love my firefighters, and I'm not going to go any further and allow extensions for somebody who, Johnny put that trailer there and made a very welcoming offer to you. That trailer's been there for at least 2 to 3 weeks.
About a week and a half, but still,
Yeah.
it would have been there.
Right.
It would have, no, in my defense, it would have been there, it went a week after the van was moved.
Right.
And that's only because I rented it out, because the van wasn't
You
moved.
had 10 days to throw a couple of bags in there, but you didn't until today when we're coming to vote, and now you're saying you made progress. I'm sorry, that's not progress to me. 10 days is a lot of, you had a lot of time in 10 days. It stormed a couple days, I agree with it. But it's been very hot and warm a couple days, I agree with that. But you know what? I work outside in a raincoat and do, if I know my house is coming up for this possible action, I'd be out there in a typhoon putting stuff in that trailer. And you have not. And it's been 12 years.
When he just mentioned that you hadn't put anything in the trailer, you said it's because you've been taking it to the dump. So have you been taking stuff to the dump?
Not since I've
That's in a week and a half. So you haven't done anything since last month's meeting.
yes, I have.
You brought stuff to the dump,
That, when the thing was dropped, I was still bringing stuff.
but did you get your receipts that we've asked for to prove, to show that you have brought stuff to the dump? Okay.
But I know I have.
We don't.
But we don't. And so for 60 days, we've been asking for receipts every time you bring a load to the dump to show us that you're making progress.
So we can move forward with this going out to bid for cleanup. And we can always delay it on the other end if you make significant progress. But I'm going to vote and I'm going to push to move forward with the cleanup of your property at the town's expense with a lien on your property. I'm going to push for that myself. I might get outvoted, But maybe that'll be the motivation you need. And then if you show real significant progress, we can delay that. But we need to keep moving forward as the town, because this is becoming more and more of an issue in communities, and we need to start getting onto this.
You got a motion to make? Dwayne?
I'm not sure if there was a motion to give her 30
No.
days or not.
No.
I'm going to make a motion.
I said if.
Yeah.
I said if.
Okay, all right, I misunderstood. I'm going to make a motion that we proceed forward. If there is great progress, we can slow the process down, but we're going to put it out to bid for somebody to come and clean the property up. And again, we have the option to slow our people down if you make
Or
significant
cancel it.
progress.
Or cancel it.
Or cancel, correct, or cancel. But we're also talking a structure as well as the outside property.
See, that's what I was on. So this is for the inside and the outside?
Absolutely.
That's gonna be a,
You have a cabin-type building
gonna
on the
be-
property.
it's gonna be a feat.
You
I
have a mobile
just
home on
don't-
the property, and you have,
Well, as long as you see a
Property.
decent attempt being made, John.
yeah, but I can't leave it there for a year either.
No.
I have other obligations for my equipment, so,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm thinking we're just gonna get the,
well, you saw pictures of the house I showed you today.
Well,
I mean, you can see in the front window, stuff piled up
takes-
like 3 feet into above the front window.
it's about a 35-minute turnaround to fill it.
Windows that face
If it's-
the road?
Yes. Like, I got pictures of
Curtains
it.
that are there.
What's that?
That's curtains that are there.
Huh?
That unfortunately have been ripped out.
I took my phone and held it up and took pictures through the window.
What was that motion again, Dwayne?
I make a motion that we proceed forward with the town's involvement in cleaning up this property and put it out to bid to have it cleaned up per building code inspector Mark Mikens' recommendation.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Carried.
Abstained.
Okay. John McCacken abstained. Standard workday reporting. That's just for Chad Jerome?
It is. He did his 3-month reporting of work, and
Everybody got to look at it?
so I will post this for 30 days on the bulletin board, and it will go up on the website tomorrow.
Someone want to make a motion?
What
That's
does
the report that you worked.
I just don't understand, what does record of activity result mean?
5.17 days per month.
Okay.
Can you work .17 days? Because I'd like that.
John, you work less than that now?
You're employed those days.
John?
Is this routine?
Need a motion.
So we have to make a motion.
I'll make the motion.
To accept
Second.
it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll second.
All in favor?
All right.
Opposed? Carried. Selection of engineering firm, facilities, master planning and improvements. You want to talk about that, Ron?
So, the board, the committee actually selected 2 firms to move forward with, getting a few proposals and scope of work. We met with the 2 firms that were looking at doing this work. Walked the facility here with them, talked about what needed to be done with stormwater and the wash bay and Mike Monroe's storage for his equipment. 2 firms provided a few proposals based on that. The committee has looked at it, and they recommend going with McLaren Engineering Group.
Who's that?
McLaren?
McLaren?
Have we used them before?
No. I know
This is a specialty thing, though.
Right.
the owners of the town.
They are local.
Okay. Well, it's a look.
You're happy with them, Ryan? Somebody want to make a motion?
Based on our engineer's recommendation, I'll make a motion to approve McLaren Group's proposal.
Second.
Second, Dwayne?
Yes, sir.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Carried. Grant award Loudon Road.
Yeah, so, sent out an email, town applied for a grant. Highway superintendent needed to fix the Loudon Road culvert that's near Ingersoll Road for Bog Meadow. $900,000 worth of work to do that. We got the grant for it, so
Awesome.
get that taken care of probably next year.
Great work.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ryan.
proposal 2024 Wilton Wildlife Grant.
Do we need a motion on that grant?
No, it's in, there's just information.
I need glasses in.
It's a 2024 Wilton Wildlife Grant. You want to talk about that, Ray, or?
Yeah, well, and Maria also, we swapped messages about the details on it, which are very similar to the past year, same amount. The only question I have is, should this be approved in context of our budget process for 2025?
So, yes and no, this is a 2024 agreement. So the 2024 budget, of course, is already passed, and
Yep.
2025 will be doing the same thing.
Okay.
I'm envisioning that substantively, the contract, the language will be very similar in 2025, so we'll go through
Yep.
the whole thing again.
Okay.
Maybe the same amount. In the beginning of this process, Margot had provided me with very detailed information related to what was the cost of potential town grant. So actually, it's an amount that exceeds the $87,550.
Yep.
And I think she wanted to kind of have a narrative that relayed that it actually costs more to provide services to the town for programming and services for town residents. I
Yep.
wanted to talk about the Gavin Park and providing school trips and so forth.
Yep.
But we narrowed it down to, hey, tell me how we're supporting this $87,550 for 2024. And you're correct, the language of the agreement is substantively the same as it was for 2023.
Yep.
So that was it.
All right. I'll make a motion to approve.
A second?
I'll second.
Oh, second.
All in favor?
Sorry, I thought you were saying second with someone seconding.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Carried. Maria, on you, Controller's report.
Yeah, sure. if you want.
Well, I think you should be for the committee, because these guys get talking, we might be at 12 o'clock.
I don't have any committees to report.
Aren't you special?
I have one.
I agree, though.
So no committee information to report?
Just
Yeah, we will do that next.
Okay. So on the comptroller report, the first category is the 2024 budget amendments. And the first item in there is the general code contractual expenditure quote that we received just recently for September 18, which is a codification of 2 years' worth of legislation. It is significantly higher than what we typically pay, which we typically pay annually, but even still, it's pretty hefty price tag. That is explained to me too, and I wrote about it because the nature and the breadth of the types of legislation that have to be codified are significantly larger. I don't know if it's based on a word count or if it's based on just the volume of the code itself. So there were things like solar, for instance, the zoning map. There were subdivisions of land, procedures for member video conferencing that we dealt with, residential districts to R2, H1 Hamlet, a lot of things like, the Wilton Mall PUDD, for example. So these are pretty large items that have to be codified, and it has to be done. So General Authority is our vendor for this. To go to another vendor at this point would mean that everything would have to be converted to the new vendor, and in addition, updated, so it would be even a larger price tag than what we're faced with right now. So that's item 1. Item 2 is the overtime at the park. So we had a significant storm season for the snow, so there was some overtime with regard to plowing. That's set wheels in motion for overtime, but we were not over budget at that point. We came into play with a longer band concert season this year, July and August. We had our celebration day this year, so there was some overtime related to these events as well. So I'm asking to increase the budget for overtime to clear the deficit in that fund right now, in that account. And then as well, it includes a little bit to anticipate the remainder of the summer season for the Wednesday night concerts. John King has shared with me his methodology for utilizing overtime for Wednesday nights. He has a schedule where he has employees who typically do no work at night as part of their regular 40-hour schedule, and then he only needs one additional person for overtime, from maybe 6 o'clock to 10 o'clock at night, so they're there for the duration of the concert, cleaning up afterwards and so forth. So that was the second item in that category. The third one is our town historian is, as I mentioned often with budget requests, she's doing a lot more than previous historians have, and it's taking on a different nature. It's more than just filing papers. She's actually envisioning doing genealogy workshops, and so there has been a refresh of the room itself, but also she wants to educate herself by going to a conference, and it's a statewide conference. She's going to be meeting historians from other regions, and they're going to be sharing ideas. The conference is in Long Island, so it's going to incur expenditure for hotel, for travel, etc.
Security.
Tolls.
Lots of tolls.
Go over that bridge.
Interestingly, she was encouraged by Saratoga County historian to attend. And like we were talking about just before with Surrender Day, it's a big year coming up, so there's going to be presentations that Saratoga County is going to be doing. And so she'll be learning things about how other historians handle their towns and so forth. So I think it's a valuable experience for Katie.
And she'll get educated, do a better job here.
As well. And the last item in the budget amendments is our, I'm anticipating that the cost of the 2023 equipment that we have a purchase order for, that we're maybe going to get this fall, is going to increase. Now, I don't know how much it's going to increase, but we did recently sell some equipment, so I am proposing that we take the proceeds from the sales of the equipment, the old equipment, and increase our appropriation for the new equipment that we're supposed to be getting this fall. Do I think that we're going to need the entire $23,500?
Michael, he'll find a use
I'm
for
really
it.
hoping not,
He'll
but
find
it's
a
there in case we need it. And if we don't need it,
Michael will find a use for
Yeah,
it.
he'll find a use for it.
dedicated if we have to. Let's put it that way.
Give it to the historian for security.
So those are the 4 budget amendments.
Somebody want to make a motion for the 2024 budget amendments?
Make that motion?
A second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Thank you. The second category is our internal reviews. I completed the annual external reviews. The 2023 reviews were done for all departments that handle cash or check receipts, any kind of monies that come in. I noted no exceptions to my test work.
Thank you.
So good luck, good work by the departments that handle the monies, and just need approval for accepting the reviews.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second?
Yes.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Thank you. The third item is a fee waiver request. Mr. Belmonte is requesting a refund of the engineering fee that he paid in April for the Ventry Conservation Subdivision. That has been subsequently withdrawn. So no town funds have been expended
I'll make a
for
motion.
engineering purposes.
Make a motion and give him his money back.
Second.
We'll get it from him some other way.
We'll get it next month.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
And we
Opposed?
Thank you.
Carried.
The last item that we have category is personnel. Sue Waldron is requesting to attend the regional educational seminar for the New York State Town Clerks Association. And the seminar runs from Saturday, September 14th through Monday, September 16th.
Somebody want to make that motion?
Not really,
I'll make a
but
motion to approve Sue's attendance at the
Second.
Clerks Association.
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Thank you. The second item under personnel relates to what we had just spoken about with Katie Cruz attending the conference in Long Island. But I just wanted to have the town board also approve the fact that she is going to be spending overnight as part of this trip.
I'll make a
I'll make that
motion.
motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Looks like
can't
they're
write
all the
that
same, looks like they're all the same dates.
They're very close. They're all different, yes.
Where's the location of Sue's trip? I'm just kidding.
Bless you.
South of Buffalo.
I thought it was turning stone.
No, no.
Shuffling off the buffalo.
That's where it's gonna end up.
Was it September? Oh, you had snow probably out there.
The big casino in Buffalo.
Is there? I don't get it.
Yeah, right.
Hang on with me.
Couldn't even keep it together.
Yeah.
And the last item is Mike Monroe, who is our highway superintendent, is requesting to attend the 2024 New York State Association of Town Superintendents Highways Conference, and that conference runs from Tuesday, September 24th to Friday, 27th.
And where do you get to go?
Cornell.
South of Buffalo? Oh, yeah.
Want to make the motion?
So moved. I'll make,
Second?
second.
All in favor? Opposed, carried.
Is there anything on the back?
No.
Committee reports, Skippy and the Pistons, August 7th. Benmore Blues, August 14th. River Junction, August 21st. And Vinyl Vault, August 28th at the Gavin Park.
I've had a lot of feedback from town residents, really impressed with that. The biggest feedback I got was the bands, for the bandstand they can use that. I don't know if you all know, but Mr. Belmonte purchased that for the town. We appreciate it.
You're such a nice guy.
See, we did get that money.
Was it 5,700?
Costs a lot more than that. Costs a lot more than that.
It's a coincidence.
Yeah.
But we appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Wilton Emergency Service Planning Committee members, Councilman Bogardus, Nash Alexander, Mike Hewitt. You got them all down already? Paul Kineski, Zach King, and Nate King.
Thank you.
Did you have a meeting, Dwayne?
Yes, actually, we had a meeting this past Monday. We meet the last Monday of every month. What the committee does, or is doing, is we're evaluating the town of Wilton.
Taking pictures through windows. That's what it's doing.
Yeah, no, that was a separate thing. We're evaluating, because the town of Wilton is really growing commercially and residentially. So we're looking at the emergency services provided by fire department and EMS services, and looking at what we've done historically and how we've been able to balance our budgets. And last week we had the town engineer and planner come in and discuss projects that are currently planned, ones that are actually up and running and in progress, what's future plans, and what's rumored to be coming in. We're trying to be proactive at this point as far as budgets, personnel, equipment to cover. Initially, years ago, when the town of Wilton, our buildings were 2-story was maximum. Now we're up to 4 stories. So we're looking at equipment we may need and budgeting and stuff like that. So we're going through various steps. The initial meeting was just to kind of organize. I have a chief from Wilton, a chief from the Greenfield Fire District, the operational chief from the Wilton Ambulance, and myself on the board. And then Paul Kineski is an administrator, or was an administrator, budget person for the Mohawk ambulance, or a commercial ambulance, I should say, who brings a lot of insight as far as budgets, grants, and stuff like that. So we're moving forward. We're going to be inviting various town personnel, like we're anticipating inviting the assessor to come in and talk about assessments. We're going to invite the town supervisor and our comptroller in maybe next month. I haven't talked to you guys yet, because budget season is coming up, so we'd like to kind of speak with you guys next month. There's an invitation for the comptroller and the town supervisor to sit in on the meeting, because obviously we're going to be talking budgetary stuff, and August, September is the big budget months, so we're going to be talking with you guys as far as that. We're looking at all sorts of different avenues and trying to just get ahead of the curve. There's a lot of projects. Right now, there's 3 projects in the town that are going to probably raise the town's population by 2,500 people just in housing, not even including your development. This is just apartment complexes that are proposed. So we're just trying to get ahead of the curve rather than like, behind the curve. We're trying to get ahead of it and actually be proactive rather than reactive to everything that's coming into the town. As the committee goes along, we may expand as far as membership, but most of the time the committee is going to operate on that core group of people. And again, we're going to bring people in intermittently for consultation and and just hear what we're doing, but they will not be part of the committee. We kept the committee small so it doesn't get out of control with a lot of opinions. So that's where we're at now.
Anybody else?
I worked late last night too, by the way.
I've also been asked or invited by the Association of Towns. I'm a member of the Association of Towns. I've been invited to a Capital Region Roundtable on Wednesday, August 14th. We will incur no travel or expense. It's at the county safety.
Second.
It's at the county public safety building on August 14th from 11 a.m. to 1 a.m.
Come and give me a ride down with you.
Oh, I'm sorry, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
I'm going to that one.
Sure you don't need overnight accommodation?
I might-
Come and get me, Dwayne, I got invited too.
All right, so,
Save on gas.
yeah, I have no idea what is the
I'll be doing a break
agenda, but it's nice to be invited. Again, Ryan and I have been alternates for the town of Association of Towns for the last few years, so it's a good thing to do. So it doesn't cost anything, that's just more of an advisement.
Anybody else got anything on committees?
Two quick ones. The project on Northern Pines Road with the new trails and fishing station, we got approval from DEC for a wetland mapping. Have you heard anything back yet about setting up that meeting? No. Okay. Elliott Group's trying to set up a meeting where you do a field walk with DEC folks and get that thing squared away. And then later this month, I'm meeting with our historian, Katie Coons, to talk about historic preservation projects, possibility of in town.
Good.
That's all I got.
Good. Anybody else?
Motion to adjourn.
Second?
Second.
No favor? Aye. Adjourned. Thank you all for coming.
I haven't been going like, I've been home 5 days this month.